Going into the Rosado fight, this was supposed to be a tune-up for Daniel Jacobs. I mean, in some casinos, he was a minus 2,000 favorite. You know what that means? You got to bet $2,000 to win $100 on Jacobs winning the fight. So before you talk about, Rosado was underrated and this and that, no, this was a cherry pick for Daniel Jacobs. Rosado does not have any power. He's not a true 168-pounder, and he has 12 losses. Jacobs looked very lackadaisical in there, very uninterested. It looked very close to a sparring match that Daniel Jacobs was losing. Matter of fact, I could see some people having Rosado winning this fight. I gave Jacobs a slight edge, but if you had Rosado winning the fight, I'm not going to argue with you. Or is Jacob past his prime? Some people say this would discourage super middleweight titleists to fight Jacobs. Or it could encourage him because Jacobs still has a name. Not a bad name to have on your record. Before the fight, there was talk about Daniel Jacobs possibly fighting Billy Joe Saunders next year. If I'm Billy Joe Saunders, I have to be very encouraged from the Jacobs performance he put on tonight against Rosado, a lower tier opponent. Jacobs said he was weight drained against Canelo at 160. Was he weight drained tonight? Jacobs also mentioned the fight will be different at 168 against Canelo than it was at 160. And I have to agree with him. It would be different because this time he will get stopped.
From this table, he doesn't look massive. He looks kind of skinny. He's got the athletic basketball build. Coming to boxing late. His nickname for me gives me the psychological edge because he calls himself the Bronze Bomber. That means a third place man. But he has so much gold in him, so he's obviously gunning for to be number one. So this belt's made of gold and green, not bronze. So I'll be relieving you of that, and I'll get you a bronze one to cover it instead on the night. They may call you the Bronze Bomber, but I am the Furious one. You will feel the wrath of the Fury when he comes to America to crack the United States.
We all saw the face-off in the first fight. I think this is where things started. Tyson Fury started taking Deontay Wilder mentally apart. And this is when I knew Fury was levels above Deontay Wilder. Mentally stronger. We already knew he was a better boxer than Deontay Wilder. I think what sent Deontay Wilder over the edge is when he physically beat him up in the second fight. Now this dude is talking about loaded gloves, spiked water, shady referee, and he's supposed to be at peace with himself. The truth is, Deontay Wilder has never fought anybody like Tyson Fury with the mental game and got the great skills of boxing. Then he went to the Kronk gym and got the physicality to beat a Deontay Wilder who doesn't fight well going backwards. I can't even imagine what a trilogy is going to do to this guy's ego. I don't think mentally Wilder can afford to lose a trilogy. And can you imagine the Wilder fanboys? If Deontay Wilder gets knocked out quicker than the first time, oh my God. And I heard his fans after Anthony Joshua lost to Ruiz, he was damaged goods. Would you say Deontay Wilder is damaged goods too? Least that we know about Anthony Joshua, if he loses to Pula, he could come back and win a rematch because he has done it before. We don't know about that about Deontay Wilder. He's tripping off one loss, making all kinds of excuses. And this is when I know we have a lot of casuals in boxing. If a guy loses one fight, he's damaged goods. But Canelo fights champions, and Anthony Joshua fights top 10 opponents all the time. So they're more riskier to lose fights than guys fighting tomato cans. They give you an idea how casual they are. In 1993, Terrible Terry Norris' record was 36-3 with 22 knockouts. And he was knocked out a couple of times. And he was still considered one of the pound-for-pound best fighters in the world. Today, if you do that, you are considered done. People concentrate on the undefeated record these days instead of the resume. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Jay Beezy. Subscribe to the channel. I'm gone.